Hey everyone, there's 2 days left to enter the win this darn thing. I'm feeling kind of sad. I don't really want to give it away. It's too darn good. I mean, look at this thing. It looks like it's going 100 miles an hour sitting still. I can't believe this car cost like half as much as a GT4 RS or GT3 RS. I guess it's a third as much as the new GT3 RS. Now it's not going to perform quite as well, but man, the performance, sound, look, feel, interior, everything about this thing turned out great. I think I'm probably gonna have to get one for myself at some point here when I have the room to fit it. So if you're not familiar, giveaway, the way we do these things is I build the car to the way I would want to have it, and this is the way I would want to have it. And then we pick somebody. Every dollar you spend gets you a chance to win. So when I got this sucker, it came at an inopportune time, and then I got two Emiras and a GT4 RS at the same exact time, and that kind of threw a wrench in my plans. And so what I did is I finished the red car, sold that one off so I could fully focus on this, and I feel like I did a darn good job. We got the thing all set up, all dialed to my exact spec. This is how I want it, and so somebody's going to get it this way. And we started with asking the dealership, don't touch the darn thing. They did a great job. The paint was in great condition. So when the car got here, it sat here for a few days, actually a few weeks while I worked on the red car. And then I could fully immerse myself into this. My garage is set up really well to do this kind of bolt-on stuff. And obviously, paint correction and perfecting. And so I jumped into the suspension first. Left the car dirty, didn't do any kind of polishing or anything, and saved that for the end. And we did the suspension. I think the ride height is freaking sweet, man. The nice thing about the nitrogen suspension, by the way, I got all of my parts from Greg's Race Parts, grp.com, and he got me set up with everything like in days. Like I bought everything and it all came quickly. And so the ride height, I think, looks pretty incredible with the signature wheels here. But we did the nitrogen suspension. We made it way too difficult. It was actually very easy to do. There's a carrier that comes out that the suspension fits into, and we were trying to take the coilover out with the carrier in place. Once we figured that out, so the right side of the car took an hour and a half. The left side of the car took 15 and 20 minutes to do. But the nitrogen suspension, actually, the way they set it up from the factory was the exact height, that we had set here. And so they knew they had already preset the coilovers, but it is fully adjustable. I will tell you, the car rides way better. If I hit like a pothole type bump, it feels, you can tell it's an aftermarket suspension. But if I'm like riding down this lumpy road here, that runs through my neighborhood where there's all kinds of like little manhole lumps and stuff like that, it's less bouncy, much more planted, and even though it's lower, still feels like I have similar amounts of travel. It really does well. I set the suspension up pretty, based on their spec for aggressive street driving, and I don't feel like I need to mess with it at all. It seems pretty darn perfect. After we did the suspension, we were able to put the wheels on. I mounted and balanced precisely the wheels. These are signature SV905s, very similar looking to the stock wheels, but with less chunkiness. They look a little less fat. We saved about 3 pounds a corner of unsprung weight, so that made a pretty substantial difference. I coated the wheels. I think the wheels turned out great. We machined them, so Jimmy at Signature machined them so that the black Lotus badges could fit, so it looks very stock-like, but the car stance and setup, I think, looks pretty freaking amazing. These are the stock Cup 2s, and then the OEM TPMS sensor, so everything functions as stock, just like you'd expect. After we did that, we started working on the exhaust and the rear splitter. It's hard to see. I don't know that I would do this again, but underneath here is now carbon fiber, which you can never see, especially how low the car is. And so we did the GRP exhaust, the Miltech valve controller, and I like stainless exhaust. It just sounds better. I'm telling you, I will never close the valves. I just leave the valves open all the time. Having the valve controller, even though you got a goofy little key fob, gives you the ability to, to control it without getting a check engine light or getting some sort of error on the car. Exhaust install was pretty easy. We also did the third cat delete, and that third cat delete, I think, is what really gives it the tone you're looking for. There's no drone, but we get a little bit of nasty. You have the supercharger whine that you can hear, and everything freaking works great. When I first got the car, I didn't realize you got to hold the button down. So I couldn't figure out how to get this thing open. But the engine area here, you can see we did this dry carbon trim. I was going to do gloss carbon, but the dry carbon is all that Greg could get within my time frame, and I'm actually really glad that's all I could get. It looks incredible. I did a little GRP, little cover there, a little dress-up cover, and then the Venturi carbon fiber intake. It's kind of a shame you can't really see it in there, but there's a GRP short shifter underneath there, and then the Venturi intake from IND. It looks really, really sweet. You can see I debadged it, took that off. While we were doing the exhaust and the splitter, we also knocked out this puppy over here, which is, I think, the coolest part on the whole car, which is the GRP front lip. He did a great job on the lip. In pictures, it doesn't look quite right. It looks like it pokes out more, but this is perfect. Super, super easy install. But the installation, the way that he uses the rib nuts, the sleeved rib nuts, is that it's really, really stout. So it's not reliant on just tape. It gives you that real awesome, underbody splitter look, and I just think sets the car off, makes it amazing. I did do the little carbon overlays here, which it kind of ties it all together. I'm not an overlay kind of guy, but I think it turned out all right. Then the interior, we did the Leader Max. So I did the Leader Max full leather cleaning and then protecting. Everything else in the car, it just looks to spec now. You can see the short shifter, the 60% reduction. It's pretty short. There's first, second, third. It's a pretty tight gear ratio now. That little thing from GRP makes a big difference. And here's your Miltech valve controller here, which I guess will just kind of sit in here or put it in the glove box or something like that. But the leather's treated, the leather's protected, and the interior is dialed, ready to go. No other modifications needed to be done in here. This interior is set up really, really well. I thought about doing aftermarket seats, but then you'll get an error light. Greg doesn't have a solution for that yet. I also am going to add the X-Earing. I gotta talk to them about how you pronounce their name. The X-Engineering or X-Earing. They have an auto throttle blip that I've got to install, so we'll install that here in the next couple of days. And then the last thing was the exterior. So I did full protection, my full Matt Moorman level correction. So we did two-step correction. I had the roof panels PPF'd. So this is paint protection film with UltraFit from my friend Kevin at Next Armor. And then Rob from Pro Master Film Solutions. So then Rob from Pro Master Film Solutions came up and did the UltraFit 70% and then matched the factory tint, factory privacy glass on the sides. So we'll have heat rejecting, really clear, awesome looking window tint. After that, I coated with CSL Exo and the car was complete. Last thing I'm going to do is the JB4 tune for 93 or 91 octane. It's a piggyback tune, but it makes 60, 70 horsepower on this puppy, so I'll probably get that installed as well. But I'd say, this sucker turned out to be pretty incredible, and I hope the next owner is going to enjoy it as much as I have. I wish I was keeping it. I just don't have any room. So thanks for watching this build series, this giveaway, and tell me in the comments, what do you think we should make next? What's the next car I should do? Thanks for watching. See you on the next build.